currently halftime right now. The Bears are taking on the Broncos, and the Bears are losing to the Broncos right now, 10-0. Caleb Haney is kicking our ass, but that's all right. Anyway, I'm here to give you guys my thoughts on the Impact Wrestling that happened. Just ended about 10 minutes ago for me. So, I'm just going to start calling these just quick caps, like quick recaps, and where I only discuss the important things. And where a pay-per-view recap, I'm actually going to recap the entire show. But anyway, yeah, so it just reached halftime for the Bears game, though. But anyway, let's move on, and let's start with the quick cap for Impact Wrestling. So, I'm starting to think that TNA watched my video, my last video, where I said that Bobby Roode has to beat Austin Aries in order for any of this to make any sense. Obviously, TNA probably watched that video because they had their contract signing tonight, and Bobby Roode went on basically a spree saying, hey, I want the clause that says that if I win, Austin Aries doesn't get a rematch. So they eventually just took that out. So basically, this is going to be their last match. Bobby Roode versus Austin Aries for the World Heavyweight Championship this Sunday will be their last match for that world title. It will be for that last match, because they said that Austin Aries even said that if he does fluke lose to Bobby Roode, that he will flag off or something his rematch, so he will not be getting a rematch at Bobby Roode for the TNA World title. And this doesn't change anything. I mean, it does for the main part of who will face the champion at No Surrender, which is their pay-per-view leading up to Bound for Glory, which is in October. They're going to have that September pay-per-view, No Surrender. And this is what I'm thinking. Like I'm saying, Bobby Roode has to win this match for any of this to make any sense. Because I was thinking, and I'm like, wait a minute. Think about this. Remember who won the Bound for Glory series last year? That was Bobby Roode. Bobby Roode won the Bound for Glory series last year and took on Kurt Angle for the World Heavyweight Championship last year. Roode didn't get the job done, but his partner did. James Storm got the job done, and James Storm became the TNA World Champion for about 2 weeks before Roode took the title off of him. But Bobby Roode won the Bound for Glory series last year, and he main evented Bound for Glory. He main evented Bound for Glory. Then he turned heel and did his thing. Bobby Roode main evented their biggest pay-per-view. Bobby Roode did. And then the next year, if he doesn't win the title, he's not going to be on the card, basically. And like I said, this is what I think is going to happen. Roode wins that title from Aries this Sunday. He takes on whoever faces him at No Surrender. And then the Bound for Glory series winner, like I'm saying right now, is still predicted. I'm still thinking it's going to be James Storm. And we're going to main event James Storm versus Bobby Roode once again for the TNA World title. And finally, James Storm gets the title win. He finally does it. Basically, this is a big 1-year push for James Storm. James Storm is still going to be the wrestling face of the company. We all know the face of the company right now is Hulk Hogan. But this is all going to revolve around everyone who got pissed off that James Storm lost the TNA World title to Bobby Roode like in 2 weeks. Don't worry, because it's all going to be a vicious cycle. And James Storm is going to win that world title right back at Bound for Glory. That's my thoughts. That's what I'm thinking. In Phoenix, Arizona, James Storm will walk out as the TNA World Champion. Now, as for Austin Aries, I don't know what they're going to do with him, though. I mean, they might have him be like one of those main event faces again, or they might just push him down back to the X Division. I don't know. I hope to God they don't push him back to the X Division, but Let's keep him in the main event because he is a big money draw, and put him up against people like Jeff Hardy. Put him up against people like Rob Van Dam, you know, James Storm. Even if Austin Aries does win the world title this Sunday, and he does take on James Storm, I would still see that match. That'd be a pretty nice match. Two faces would, you know, two legit faces having mutual respect for each other, taking on each other for the world championship. But it does somehow got to play out with how people are basically suspicious on how James Storm is the leader of the Aces and Eights. That's supposed to all revolve around that. Which, like I said, I'm pretty sure it's Jeff Jarrett. I'm pretty sure. And here's another reason why I believe it's Jeff Jarrett. I'm sorry to actually change subjects here, but I remember when I made my video on who I think was the mastermind behind the Aces and Eights, I forgot to mention this. Remember who the first TNA Hall of Famer is? Sting? Jeff Jarrett owns that company. He was the founder of TNA. So they can basically bring this all back with, hey, why are you in the Hall of Fame of my company? I should be the Hall of Famer. I should be the first Hall of Famer going in. And then starts off a feud with Jarrett and Sting. Even though we would hate to see that feud, I would hate that. I was sick of it in ECW, and I hope ECW. I'm retarded. In WCW, and you know, hopefully, God, we don't see this in TNA. But anyway, that's my thoughts on that. The contract signing, they did their mutual handshake and everything. And like I said, Bobby Roode has to beat Austin Aries for the title in order for any of this to make sense. You can't have Bobby Roode, who main evented last year's Bound for Glory. He walks in as the champion this year. That would be really nice. That'd be really cool to see. But anyway, that's my thoughts on that. Next part of the show I want to talk about, like I said, I can't believe I call this a quick recap, a quick cap, and this is going to be about 10 minutes, but whatever. I'll just call it a recap, whatever, it doesn't matter. Second thing I want to talk about, AJ Styles versus Kurt Angle. There was a Bound for Glory series match tonight, and it blew the roof off the house. It did. It was a pretty good match, pretty solid match. Everyone's kicking out of their finishers, a lot of near falls, a lot of, Kurt Angle trying to put in the ankle lock and AJ would not tap. What's her name was at not ringside, but she was sitting in the crowd cheering for AJ. What's her name? I forgot her name already. See, that's how freaking noticeable she is. I don't even remember her name, and she's been on TV for like 2 months now. I don't remember her name. Friggin' Claire something. I remember her last name now too. Whatever. She was in the crowd. She was cheering for AJ. AJ was doing his thing. AJ hit the Styles Clash and only got a 2 count. Crowd was into this match. They were cheering for AJ and Kurt. You know, Kurt got the win with a second angle slam, and that was the match. It was really good. It was really good for a TNA television match. For a match that's supposed to be on television. Then again, AJ Styles and Kurt Angle always blow the roof off the place. Usually 99.9% of the time, usually always do. They're just two guys that just click. They're those two guys where, hey, you want a main event money draw? There you go. Put AJ Styles and Kurt Angle in the ring together. That's how you do it. But like I said, Kurt Angle gets 7 points in the Bound for Glory series. I believe he's still in 3rd place. I'll probably make my predictions for Hardcore Justice sometime, probably either tomorrow or Saturday. But whatever, that's that. It was a good match, and I think, you know, if you guys ever want to see a really good match that, you know, I just thought was really, you know, I don't know why it was on TV. Like, why was this match on TV? This should have been at Destination X. Not Kurt Angle and Samoa Joe. You know, you'd think that those two guys click, but that match just absolutely, it didn't click. It just didn't belong, you know what I mean? It was just kind of a, there you go. It was on the card. That was it. But whatever. That's my thoughts on that match. But give us Kurt Angle versus AJ Styles at Destination X. Not Kurt Angle and Samoa Joe. I would not want to see AJ Styles and Christopher Daniels for like the 20th time. I'm sorry, I'm getting sick of the feud already, but I know this is probably going to go on for another year. But whatever. So that's my thoughts on that match. I thought it was really good, and if you guys are in the mood to watch a good TNA match, I definitely think you guys should check out that match when it airs, or when it Not when it airs, when it's uploaded by TNA Wrestling, their YouTube site. Last but not least, I want to talk about the last match, and that was James Storm and Bully Ray. Now, the reason I want to talk about this one a little bit more was because all night the Aces and Eights have been actually talking. They've actually been talking, and I know they're probably using some sort of voice changer because all they're talking like this, and they're blah blah blah, blah blah blah. We're coming for our next person tonight, and blah blah blah. And they didn't show up They didn't show up. They were at like some poker table, some backstage with beer and everywhere. But whatever. James Storm and Bully Ray. Bully Ray just can't put a freaking match together to save his life. And Bully Ray gets the win here. He actually does get the win. He hits the RKO. I mean, what the hell is it called? The Bubba Cutter? Or the Bully Cutter or whatever? No, it's the RKO. It's the Diamond Cutter. Whatever you want to call it. Bully Ray did not make that move. If you want to call it anything, call it the Diamond Cutter, because it's literally what it looks like. It looks like a DDP version of the cutter maneuver, but whatever. It's not like one of those jumping cutters that Randy Orton does, which is the RKO. But all night, like I said, like they have been for the past few weeks now, they're blaming James Storm as the guy behind the Aces and Eights, and frankly, it makes sense, you know, how they're playing it on TV, saying, you know, oh, whenever they attack somebody, it's always in your benefit, and blah, 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 blah. Not always. Remember, Robert Roode and Austin Aries were attacked in their match, so that really didn't help out James Storm in any way, but whatever. That's just my thought on that. But, like, they did not beat up anyone tonight, but they did say that they were coming for Bully Ray this Sunday at Hardcore Justice. And then Bully Ray was walking away saying, oh, you're going to send your boys this Sunday, blah, 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 you're sending your boys, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, this can this could, I know it's not, I know it's probably not, because I know it's, you know, the Jarrett is probably behind this. But it could potentially turn James Storm into maybe a tweenie. It could. Because think about that. Then the big mastermind behind the Aces and Eights is revealed. It's not James Storm. And then James Storm can turn it on everyone else, being like, oh, I told you guys it wasn't me. You guys all turn your back on me and everything and blah, blah, blah. You know, and just like that, you know, James Storm can be a heel or something like that, you know what I mean? They can easily turn him back heel like that. It's really nice, you know, be like, none of you people trust me, so why the hell should I trust you type of deal you got going on. That would be a pretty good storyline, I believe, you know, but, you know, TNA wouldn't do that, I don't think. We all know it's someone behind the scenes, probably someone like Bischoff or Jarrett or Hogan himself. It's probably not Hogan, but it could be. Like I'm saying, I'm sticking by my prediction, and I'm sticking with Jeff Jarrett as the mastermind behind the Aces and Eights. And like I said, Bully Ray gets 7 points in the Bound for Glory series. He's still stuck in like 8th place or something like that or whatever. And all sets up everything for Hardcore Justice this Sunday. No X Division match whatsoever, so it seems like TNA really does forget a lot of shit. They do, you know, but then again, they do, like, categorize every show. It's like, okay, last week we can have the you know, the heavyweights take on the heavyweights and the X Divisions in a tag team match in the beginning of the show, and then the next week we can have the X Division guys not even show up, and we'll have the heavyweights sign a contract for their match, or, you know, Hardcore Justice. But whatever, that's my thoughts on Impact tonight. The 3 things I covered in the night was the AJ Styles versus Kurt Angle thing, the contract signing between Austin Aries and Bobby Roode. Sting was there too, I forgot to mention, but then again, he was not that hard to notice, and or that he was not that easy to notice because he really didn't matter at all. And Bully Ray and James Storm. So let me know your thoughts and everything down in the comment section below. What did you guys think about Impact tonight? Do you guys agree with me and everything? Do you guys disagree? And if you guys, you know, politely, respectfully do it, you know, I'm not gonna fucking go off. I don't want to fucking go off on any of you guys or anything, but, you know, just, you know, give me your thoughts and everything. What do you guys think about the show, you know? Was it good? Was it bad? Was it mediocre? And if not, tell me why, you know? Definitely everything. Leave a comment. Give me a like. You know, add this to your favorites if you agree with me. Add this to your favorites anyway. It don't matter. It's not making me any money. I'm not trying to get any money off of this. And hit the subscribe button up there to become the subber of the day. I'm not. It's a win-win. You know, you guys can be the subscriber of the day. I give you guys a free plug if you guys hit the subscribe button. Easy like that. You know, new subscriber every day. New subscriber every time I upload a video, basically. And that's it for me, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. My show. Maybe not Impact, but mine. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I tried a quick cap. It didn't work. I got my full thoughts out instead of my little miniature thoughts, and I got my full thoughts out. So you could call this a recap, not a quick cap. It was a recap, but whatever. That's my thoughts. I'm Perry the Entertainer, signing out, and peace out. I'll see you guys in the next video, which will probably be either Hardcore Justice or something about WWE. Anyway, peace.